Hey guys, welcome to your final week reading for the month of July 2022, and I'm feeling all extra nostalgic and I am rushing to get the last of this sunlight. I know I'm playing with danger here because I just know it's going to get really dark, and my bad guys, but God is good and so are you. Got my hot beverage off to the side. If you know me, then you know. So 7 more days until the end of the month of July, and it's been quite a month. I have to be honest, I'm kind of feeling like my viewership. You know what? Let me explain something to you. First of all, let me say these are my new cards. Yay. So you guys are the exclusive. You're the first person. I literally just cracked open these cards. But let me explain something to you. Over the years that I've been doing this, I definitely have those clients, shout out, who are still, with me. They're still going strong. We're still connecting. But I've definitely been able to service a population of people and souls who come in and come out and then come in again, and some who just stop off for a little bit and before they're on their way. And I feel almost like the collective of you guys that I'm reading for, or that I've been reading for the last, I'd say the last, how many months? 7 months I'm getting. Yeah, last 7 months. It's almost like half of you have split off, and I don't know what the energy is, but this has happened before. I remember when I first started, or within the first, maybe the first year or two that I started with this. I remember one time, it was in November specifically, when I felt that a lot of people would be going through initiations and that they just came in to get that initiation and then they were off. And so with this, I'm kind of feeling that a little bit, but it's not an initiation thing. It feels a little bit like life choices. So life choices, just as I said that 2 minutes, 2 seconds, you see the two, life choices have led, they're not letting me use the word astray. It's not astray. It's, and now I'm kind of drawing this parallel between, I don't want to say soulmates, but yeah, I gotta go there. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. There's the two again. Okay. And I have a relationship on my heart, which is strange because it's. If you know me, if you really know me, you know what I'm talking about. If you think you know me, then you don't know what I'm talking about, because it's absurd. But sometimes we meet people who you just kind of come into contact for a little bit, see how the hands are doing this, but maybe the connection is very strong in another time and place, but in the here and now, it's just not, that's not the role it's supposed to be. Who knows? But this is the energy coming through. So it tells me that, and I'm feeling it in the heart space. So it tells me that some of you viewers, if not quite a lot of you, are resonating. Otherwise, it wouldn't come through right now, because right now we're reading for the collective, of which I am a part. God bless. And this feels like it's not being led astray. It feels more like, imagine working in, it almost feels like working in a spaceship or one of those, maybe the Enterprise or something, and you're together, and then, well, now this person's just being transferred to work elsewhere, but it doesn't mean, but it feels like elsewhere on the ship. It doesn't mean you're not. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm just going to take a sip of this hot beverage with lumps of chocolate in it. And because this energy is kind of, it makes me sad, so I'm trying to control the stress, the feelings, but it is what it is. And so I'm so interested. I feel like if I took a poll, a lot of people would have the same experience with at least one person in their life. Could be many. How many does it take for you to be deemed delusional? I'm just kidding. Love you guys. Love me. But anyway, let's pull these cards here. What's going on for us towards the end of July 2022? And if you're moving forward with me, now again, a lot of you guys, or some people their paths may energetically pull them into something else, and so who knows? But for those of you continuing on, let's see, you're riding on this journey of evolution. Oh, there's our card. Thank you. Is it delusion? Okay. I was like, what is it? Back to what you love. These are beautiful. Reevaluate your desires. Yes. So this is coming through and speaking to, sometimes we think we want something, but if you've been following my channel for a while, then you know the guides have been talking about this concept of distorted beliefs and core beliefs, distortions at the core belief level. Remember, your core belief is that very deep-seated belief that you carry that in turn precipitates down throughout your energetic field and hits the energetic levels of your field. You know, you have at least 7 energetic levels to you within your energetic, your aura. And as that core belief precipitates down, one of the levels that it hits is your desire level. And so then you start to have desires in alignment with that belief. Another level that it hits is the mental level. You have thoughts in alignment with that belief. Of course, we know the emotional level. You have emotions in alignment with that belief. And so you see, we really need to make sure that we're working at the core belief level, or really trying to heal what's going on at the core belief level. Because if your core belief is off and distorted, meaning you have energies like low self-worth, victim consciousness, beliefs like I don't deserve, and all men are the devil, and all those kinds of things, guess what is off for the rest of you? Your thoughts, your emotions, your desires, right? And so that's why when you start to heal, and I mean really heal, guys, really go inward, the people, places, things, situations, and ideas, the energies that you once felt inclined to go towards or drawn towards, or you thought were logical and made sense, no longer fit that bill. And that's because your perception has changed. Your perceptions have healed. A Course in Miracles teaches us we give everything the meaning that it has for us. Even this cute little angel. To me, this is a beautiful little angel representing a light being, which I've heard and I believe it's not really winged, and it's most likely just a galactic being. It's a different entity, species, whatever. But someone else looking at this may be like, oh, Jesus Christ and his angels and from on high, and they heralded. And so people are seeing different things, and the fallacy of causation is this: just because A comes before B doesn't mean that A caused B, because in effect C could have caused B, or B caused A. So the point is, just because two things appear together and they're associated together, especially if they have a linear association with each other, like one came first, does not mean by any chance that one gives way to the other. So my idea of angels being galactic beings and ETs, or whatever we want to say, and then another person's idea of angels being, I don't know, Christian winged beings, and we both could be wrong. And the most recent daily reading, I believe, was for yesterday, that the guides channeled. You can check the Instagram or YouTube. Is that we really don't know. And the only thing, because we have distorted beliefs, we cannot know, right? So the only thing that we can do is really allow our mindset, our beliefs, our thoughts, all of this to be flexible. As I've heard before, be the bamboo that sways in the wind but never breaks, right? Be open to hearing something anew and to changing it and allowing it to change, to receive and then to allow to release, right? So there are all sorts of energies that are coming in. And so that's why we say back to what you love. Even this idea that I was telling you about, oh, this soulmate and oh, this and that. Yeah, tomorrow I may have a profound learning experience or healing or energetic shift with myself. Hey, shout out, I do offer those. So check my Etsy page. I am the world's laziest advertiser. That was the extent of my ads. You can have a very powerful shift and then wake up tomorrow and be like, oh my God, I thought this person was, and now they're not. And that's just how this goes. They're saying the same goes for your sense of self and the way that you view yourself. Today you view yourself as something, and tomorrow, my friends, it may be something else completely. So back to what you love. It's look at the sun setting on this connection. Look at the sun setting on these ideas. Look at the sun setting on this table, because I started this late, but whatever, we know how it is. Love endures. and be willing to express love. Okay? So this is interesting. Let me pull a few more cards. The guides are saying you've loved many times over. You've loved many times over. I love this. Now, how did you hear that? You've loved many times over. Did you hear, oh, me and this person have loved many times over? Or did you hear, I've loved different people many times over? Or did you hear love in terms of agape, love for humanity, love for existence, love for all? Whatever you heard is really going to depend on you. And so you see, tomorrow, if you come and rewatch this video, you're going to hear something else. So why am I here? Just kidding. Are you're just using me for my voice? I'm just telling you what is in the field, right? But it's ultimately up to you to determine how you receive that energy. So let me go ahead and pull these beautiful cards. And also let me read these. Look at this, the Lovers. Listen, y'all, I'm not out here trying to fake anything because I couldn't. I couldn't if I tried. Sorry. Four of Wands. Come on. The Union of Hearts. A love connection defies explanation. And look at the grief card on this side. It's like, listen. Okay? Don't sully. So maybe that's one of the things we need to do. We need to find a way to transcend, I guess, the ephemeral nature of human relationships. Let's put it that way. Yes, there is a great beyond. Yes, maybe you're just waking up into another dimension. Maybe you'll wake up into another body, Inception style. Who knows, right? Maybe you're the same dreamer, just operating at different levels, and you just wake up from a dream into a dream and another dream, and maybe there's this period where you don't realize you're in one dream until you wake up, and then you think you're in a reality, but it's like, no, you're actually in a dream also, and keep working towards waking up from that Inception, right? Who knows? But the best we can do for ourselves is to keep loving. Take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever, right? Keep loving and watch what we do with the grief. When the grief wants to come up, what do you do with it? And that's where the practicum comes in. What do you do with the emotions? What do you do with the fear? What do you do with the stress? Where are the emotions coming from, right? Wow, look at this. This is very... Oh, the Moon card. I didn't even see that card come out. Oh, yes, the moon. Our illusions. So let me go ahead and... I feel like I kind of want to get another deck of cards, but I'm so trying to catch the sunlight here. So this is a very powerful reading because located in all of this beautiful, loving energy, even to the point of Four of Wands. I mean, dear God, what is a better card to get for a romantic connection? The Lovers card, right? The Union of Hearts, forgiveness, love endures. What I'm seeing here is like attracts like. Look at this young lady with her little younger self who has a younger self. It's so cute. You see, really, you're just attracting people who are mirroring back to you aspects of yourself that you are choosing to embrace. Now, the thing is that you will continue to choose to embrace a certain quality of life until you're aware that you're embracing it and make a choice whether you want to continue that or not. Right? If you've ever said, why do I keep attracting people like this? Why do I keep getting these situations? Why can't I ever? That's because there's something that you're not aware of inside. And it's like it's constantly trying to play itself out so that you can become aware and realize, oh, this is associated with pain. I don't want to have this anymore. I need to move towards having something that brings me joy. And it's almost like your focus on that thing, that healing, that point of healing within, makes it get clear. So just think of yourself as having all these things that, now this card wants to come in, just think of it as having all these things that are kind of ready to, they're distortions, by the way, kind of ready to be seen and released. Please know that even though I speak to you of these core beliefs and these shadows and this and that, and if you've worked with me before, you know I do a lot of shadow work. So that's why I always talk about our stuff, because we got stuff. But please know that the truth is, capital T, there is actually nothing wrong. There's no victim, there is no harm, there's nothing. But the thing is that you cannot see it, I cannot see it. We're so deep in this, in the guides almost said destruction. I wanted to say distortion. Destruction, right? Distortion, destruction, and I'm deferring to them on this. That we think we see certain things, but it's not true. But you know, sometimes it's almost like somebody in the movies or in TV where someone's in a coma, and we have part of the show or part of the movie shows them in this coma running around Alice in Wonderland style throughout the many mansions of their mind and this and that. And then there's this one friend that comes in and it's like, they're like, wake up, wake up. You're like, no, what are you talking about? Wake up, it's time to wake up. No, what are you talking about? And it's just going, and then you run off and go to another labyrinthian place in your mind. You see, it's just one of those things that until you're ready to recognize it, it's almost like the mind needs to work through its knotted places until it becomes unraveled enough to be like, oh, okay, and then you can unravel it. Does that make sense? So I guess sometimes we really truly feel a certain way for somebody, and there's really an experience of love and yearning and this and that, but we cannot know what the source of that is until we actually take a look. And that includes doing the inner work, the healing. Because I'll tell you what, your first look is going to be like, oh, I know what that is. I know why I'm feeling drawn to this person, because he's my soulmate, and because this is that, and this is him and her, and because we love each other. But psychology will already poke holes in that. They have things called limerances. That could be it. They have trauma bonding. We can go into attachment styles, what type of attachment, insecure attachment patterns you have. All three of those alone will blow apart any idea of soulmate and this and that. So we know that if that's already on shifty ground, then we have to go deeper and understand what this is. So really, it's beautiful. Trust me, no one is more romantic than me. I am a die-hard romantic. I have so many placements in Libra. I have, this is just me. I will live and die as a romantic person. I'm sorry. You take it up with God. And trust me when I say that I've come to a place where I realize, oh, hold on a minute. I can't trust this feeling that I'm getting until I really understand what it is I'm feeling, and I can understand why it is. And yes, love is so, and that's blah, blah, blah. But you have to understand that that's an immature idea of love, that it just happens and you just get swept away with it. And yes, we do get swept away. We do get married. We do have soul contracts. We do have choices though. And the choices are better served when we understand what's going on inside. Am I compelled to marry this person, or love this person, or wait for this person, or hold on to this person, or see this person as it because of a healthy sense of self, or because there's something that's inside that needs my attention? And that's just how it's going to be. And unfortunately, something's always going to seem sweet and great and this and that until you really start to contemplate, is it sweet? Sure, Snickers are really sweet. Guys, don't trip, chocolate chip. I have a Taurus moon. I'm drinking hot chocolate. Come on, guys, during here. Yes, but, should we be eating Snickers really? And a lot of it, and getting married to it without thinking, So that's why I just put this down and I hit my cup with this by mistake. The guides showed me this. Bing! So we're kind of right on. So my question today for you, as we head out of the month of July, is to contemplate what is going on with you right now. And it doesn't even, some of you may not even be having this kind of longing or attraction or attention to something that shows up or expresses itself in your romantic life. It may express yourself in your career, in your family, the guides are saying, your finances. Because remember, when we're talking about energy dynamics, we're just talking about the dynamics. So some of you may notice that I don't really do, as romantic as I am, I don't really do love readings as much anymore. And trust me, I'm trying to be on those love readings. I would love to, but I can't stay so stuck in the details. The details, the manifestation, for example, is through the lens of romance. The manifestation is through the lens of career, through the lens of finances, through the lens of sense of self, through the lens of, and we can go on and on, family. But the energy dynamic on top is what we want to look at. If energetically you're experiencing a separation of some sort in your energetic field from a higher level, it's going to precipitate downward. And the question is, what areas, parentheses around that S, of your life will experience and manifest that separation? So that's why we can all come together and resonate on the same video, because we share the same dynamic, energetic dynamic. But when you come to have a reading with me, God bless, some of you are coming for family stuff, some are romance, some are health, some are career and projects and mission work. And so you see, this is just something to consider. But it's almost like I see the guides doing this, and they want to clear this completely. They're like putting all these loving cards and these great cards into a bag, and they're almost like saying child's play, right? So now they're saying, allowing, not to say the mask, but allowing for the closing of one curtain, and the curtain represents representation of reality. So this is making sense to me as to why I feel some people are going there and some people are coming along here. And I can't speak again to those who are branching off. Maybe they're going to different levels of their field. They're going to work on different things. But if you're still here and you still find yourself working with me on an energetic level, even if we don't work together in the physical, moving on in the few months, then I feel that you have just come through a major threshold. And I want to tell you, oh gosh, where is this coming from? Maybe it's my higher self. I kind of almost want to tell you, welcome to my spaceship. And buckle up, because we're getting ready to go into, the guides are super excited, by the way. I'm like all giddy and throwing the cards around. Welcome to my spaceship. We're going to be entering into a portal. That's right, Bobby. It is the Lionsgate portal coming up on July 8th, but we're already feeling energies. That's right. Somebody did their homework, okay? And so I want to say, I'm feeling into the energies. I want to say most of us, if you're on this plane, it feels like a craft, a spacecraft. If you're on this craft, I want to let you know, I don't want to say it's going to be smooth sailing through that portal, but it's almost like we've had a lot of turbulence, and now it's like the portion of the flight. Oh, got it. Thank you. Thanks, guides. The portion of the flight that we're at now, the captain is turning off the lights so people can get rest. So when you're on a red eye and you start out and you get your dinner, and now it's like, okay, we've got like 11 hours and now it's time to go to sleep, because many people want to go to sleep and they turn off all the cabin lights. That's the portion of this trip right now. If you're still in this collective with me, hi. And I almost feel like I'm going to be getting new collectives and new people, and the guides did say that. Which is a great big shifting right now. Now, what that is, if you're not sure, is you're going to be undergoing some energy. Oh God, I'm trying to talk, but they're like talking over me in my head. We're phasing out. This is why it's not a plane. It's an aircraft. We're phasing out of one reality and we're phasing in to another. And look, oh, no wonder this wanted to come in, because you guys are probably like, I don't know if you noticed, there's one piece of decor. I never really have anything, God bless. But it's almost like the angels, however you want to see them, however anyone wants to see them, they're going to be helping us to walk through. It's a walking through, but it's Oh, they're saying that song, On the Wings of Love, up and above the sky, stars, one of those, forever mine. Yeah, it's like, I feel you walking, but it's not. You're on the wings of love. And so you're in this craft, this energy. She's like, who, me? Yes, you too. And so all of your little ones. So the reason why she said that energy appearing is because a lot of you in preparation, we've been preparing in preparation for this, I almost said the word gaijin, which means foreigner in Japanese, right? So maybe that's for somebody here. a lot of you who are on this journey here have been in preparation recently, and what that looks like is you've been closing things out. But from an energetic standpoint, when I look in your field, it's actually that you've been recollecting energetic fragments of yourself from people, places, things, situations. You've been integrating. And the reason why is because as much of you that can be gathered before we go through this energetic space is what's happening. Okay, so what we're doing is elevating in consciousness. And again, it doesn't mean that those who are no longer, the guys are like, don't even talk about that. Okay, my bad, let me pull my hand back over here because I was just pointing, let me pull it back in. So we're not even thinking about that anymore. We're focusing on us. And so if you have been following the channel, on Instagram and the daily messages on YouTube and Instagram that I've been putting out, they've been talking about this for a while, telling you about needing to go inward, look at your energetic field, get quiet. Why do you think they're telling you this? Because they're doing energetic work. One of the days they just flat out told you, hey, we're doing etheric surgery on you, so you might feel a little weird. And they're doing procedures on us all the time because they're helping to keep us up with our journey. But sometimes it just really helps to have the conscious mind a part of it, so that when they're just actively fighting the work they're trying to help you do on the physical. Now, I just got a question from somebody. What kind of work could they possibly helping me do? What they're doing is they're performing, they're calling it energetic sequences, codes, coding sequences. They're doing something to your energetic mainframe. They're doing things to your energetic structure, your auric field. That does include surgical procedures, and I know that sounds strange. You mean like sewing and implants and this and that? Yes, I do. And as I said, implants, it was 27 minutes, 27 seconds, right? So they're doing things, same thing I do. Well, I mean, no, I don't know what they're doing, but I'm helping them in some way. But I mean, when you come into my energy field, the work gets done. Let's just keep it that way. They're like, you doing what we're doing? Okay, I don't know, but somebody's doing something. We're doing something here. Right? Oh my gosh, see, the guides are so fun. But anyway, on a serious note, it's the same thing that you get when you come to a scheduled meeting. It's a scheduled meeting, yeah. So there's order on the other side. There's order. Just trust us on that. Well, trust us. See, that's not me saying that. All right, anyway. So funny. I love my guides. How could you guys not love your guides, your team? I mean, they're so hilarious. Oh my god. All right, let's talk some more. Aw. Just as I said that, I said, let's talk some more. It says, I love you. These are powerful words. Physical touch. Okay. They're talking about these limerances. These, I met this person and I just fell, and it's been how long and I just can't get over them, right? Not shouting out no contact videos, but if you're on those, maybe you got a limerence going on. Come see me. Let me help you out somewhere in your energy field. But that's fine. God is good. We've all been there. But what they're saying is, yeah, take the effort and the focus, see the intonation, off of the others and put it on you. Stop looking at this person. What is he doing? What is he thinking? What is he feeling? Like, who cares? This person, he male, female, gender non-conforming, is not a part of your life. There is no reciprocity. There's nothing going on here. let it go, right? And the compassion that you need to be having is not towards this other, it's towards self. Because in actuality, when you got blessed, you pass over and you transition back into, the for reals, your real existence, you're probably going to be like, damn it. How many years? I could have written that book that I actually wanted to write and that I put in this soul contract, and it kept coming up, and I kept kind of making myself available for this person, and it never happened. And Nine of Pentacles, single, independence, right? Page of Pentacles, Four of Cups. So it's like, how long are you going to be okay with not being wanted? And they're saying, you may say that this person wants you, right? Oh, because he's messaging or she's messaging, or they're saying these things and this and that. That's not compassionate towards self. If you're sitting here and constantly being confused and wondering and this and that and waiting for the text and the this and just breaking your own heart, it's kind of a wash. And that's why they're saying the physical touches here. A tender touch can mean so much. They're saying ground yourself in reality, in a reality that is reciprocating. Because they're showing this card here off to the side because they really want to pound this home. See this guy, God bless, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords signifies a major ending, major ending to a painful cycle, right? It's painful, but you see how he dead. D-E-D, dead, right? He's not here. But look at his spirit longing. They're showing this, we're just joking, but they're showing this to show in a very facetious way that an age has passed. The past lifetime is done. Things are done. Even in this lifetime, the relationship is done. The connection is done. You've moved on. They've moved on. Things are no longer written in the chart for you to connect anymore. That's why this struggle is so real to make it happen. It's a no. But you see how there's still the longing. And that longing takes you out of your present. And it takes you out of your presence, they also wanted to say. And so as we finish out, and the reason why I'm like, why are they spending the last week of July, a whole week's reading on instructing about something people spend years in? Yeah, my bad, guys. Right? Because I realized we're getting ready to go into the portal, as I said. And again, some people are like, portal, that's weird, it sounds weird. Just trust me on this. We're entering an energetic shift. There is a frequency that you are heading towards. But you want to be as collected as possible. And that means no 1 foot out, 1 foot in. Pull all your feet, hands and feet in the cabin, right? So that we can together travel in together in my ship. I don't know what the ship is, but you get it. Using that idea. No, but seriously, we want you to be all together. Oh, Three of Swords. That's the heartbreak card, right? And it hurts. Yeah, it hurts. And you know what? Let's let it hurt for this week. Let it hurt. Because when the hurt is out there, then we have something to ask Spirit for. We ask for help. We want to understand, what is it, oopsies, what is it that we're nursing so much? See here? What is it that we're nursing so much that it hurts? That when we face the reality that it's not actually true. Here's the Nine of Swords, right? The Nine of Swords is pain. You know what? They're so sweet. They're like, let me knock this out right away. They're so funny. All these limerances, all this, I love this person. This was my person. He got away. She got away. This and that, blah, blah, blah. When they're done with that person, I know they're coming. Whatever the story is, the guides are saying, if you really looked at your energy field, you don't want somebody for you. Because if you wanted somebody for you, this person showing up with nothing would not be enough. Does that make sense? It's like, if you're for reals serious about buying that car and someone comes up and says, here's $20 to help you get that car, what would you do? Take the money and then be like, get out of here? Like, no, that is nowhere near enough. I'm sorry, I cannot entertain that. But the analogy here is we're holding on because we like this person. We have thoughts and whatever about this person. This person's trying to hand you a $20 bill to get tens of thousands possibly, amount of car there, and you're acting like, oh yeah, we've got $20, let's work together to keep building, and let's go, and yeah, I know you can do it. Oh, I know you don't like to work for people, it's okay, you can crash on my couch, and no, you don't have to no, I can raise this kid on my own, don't worry. Look at this is crazy making. It's crazy making. So the guides are saying, put the perspective where it is. If you wanted that car, you would be like, this is not enough. So it logically follows, you don't want this car. And when you actually look at the self, you start to realize it's low self-worth. It's fear of intimacy. It's attachment issues. It's all of this stuff. So I just feel like they want to like pull our skeleton out. They're so funny. Oh my God, I'm dying. Okay, I just feel like they just want to pull the skeleton out of us and shake the bones, you know how bones rattle, and just be like, hey, wake up. Wake up. Stop wasting time believing that you want something you don't want. Stop saying you want this person when and that you want love, when the fact is you don't want love, you don't want intimacy, you don't want any of that. You want to push it away because you don't trust it, because you're still working on your trust issues, because you're afraid to be vulnerable, because the last 10 guys hurt you, because the last 3 women cheated on you, because you saw your parents grow up in an abusive household and you don't want that for yourself, because you secretly think men and women are the devil, and you don't deserve to be happy. And so these are those beliefs. Coming back to the beginning, I swear there's a reason here, coming back to the beginning about core beliefs. What are you nursing that makes you have the desires that you have? Just because you desire something does not mean, number one, that it's good for you, and number two, it barely means that it's exactly what you want. You think you want what you want. You think you want to work out. You don't want to work out because you've been not working out for the last year. You want to work out. You have a desire to have the will to work out, but you don't actually have the will to work out because your will to sit and not work out is more strong than the will to actually work out. Does that make sense? They're trying to kind of like get that clear in there. Yeah, I don't know. And listen, guys, I'm in here too. I mean, I'm just interpreting and relaying, but I very, very often have to rewatch the videos. In fact, Emily, you guys know her as the one woman show. She always has to remind me, in your video you said this, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to go watch the video because I don't remember. Receive with love and appreciation. That's another thing. Many of you, myself included, struggle to receive, and I've actually become a lot better than that, right? I'm always doing for other people, and it's to the point where I do for other people. I want them to be happy, blah blah blah, but it's like, hey, what about me? So I have to focus on building my own foundation that's filled with love and appreciation. And of course, that me not allowing people to show me these things, because if someone tries to offer, I'm just like, oh no, don't, right? But the fact that I do that externally is actually just mirroring that I do that to myself. I don't give myself the love and appreciation and all of that, and I'm working on it. I'm doing much better with it now, with putting boundaries and all of that, and oh my gosh, But anyway, this is what you want your foundation to be on. It starts not from showing others compassion, but from showing yourself compassion. Because if you can't do that for yourself, what are you doing with other people? Now you're just wasting your time. Let me just take a sip of this hot chocolate. So yeah, they are coming through today to really summarize. Look at this. Yeah, see that arch? I was going to say I'm sorry about the lighting, to really summarize this portal that we're about to kind of go through together as a collective, all buckled in somewhere, right? But they want you to slow down before we head in. You got a little bit of time here. Work through some of this stuff. Release. Ask the guides to show you, what am I still holding on to? Who am I still holding on to? Rodney. The name just pops out, Rodney. The only Rodney I knew was in 11th grade. Yeah, that's the guy that's in the background that you still energetically, you have something open with. You're like, dude, I don't even think about that guy. As I said, that was 39 minutes, 39 seconds. Who's Rodney? Anybody? DM me? I don't know. What do I say? Put it in the comments. Heal it, right? So we have things going in the background. Another thing the guides have been saying is to clear your cache, C-A-C-H-E. Clear your energetic space, clear your field, do your best. What do you need to do? What is the healing modality that you need to do? Of course, you guys know I offer healing. You come one, come all, come find me. I'm on Etsy. I know I don't advertise as much, but I'm here. If that's not your cup of tea, what about a past life regression? You know, you can try Wendy Rose Williams. She's a great past life regressionist. She does it all, what do you call it? Remote. If you're not in the Seattle area, you can do Reiki. There are many great Reiki practitioners practicing. You can meditate, you can journal, you can speak to a licensed therapist. There are so many things you can do. And so the point is, you have to start becoming aware. Remember, June was awareness month. They really took us to task on building awareness, only to come into July to help us to really get on the same page with ourselves and to allow ourselves to nip all this stuff in the bud. But you have to start becoming aware, because you've got to understand what's going on in your energy field. You can keep walking the earth heavily and stay in this place where you don't realize, oh, I'm heavy. Yeah, you're heavy right now. You don't realize it, but you're heavy, because that's all you've ever known. And since you've been aware, it's heaviness. But when you start to release and to work on releasing these things and getting to know who you are, take off all that makeup, stop with all the fake identities and the putting on the airs and trying to, if we could pull you and fit you into any one 41 minutes, 41 seconds, right? Into any one identity that's common in social media, right? Like, no, just get out of all that stuff and be yourself. This is the time to take your shoes off, be barefoot, take off the acrylics, take off the eyelashes, get rid of the makeup, stop with all the music. When we listen to music, music is lovely and beautiful, but you guys know that we've been talking a lot on this channel, at least for this collective of people. Obviously, there are many people around, and some people are in different stages of their development, and different techniques are being given to them by their guides. But for this collective, there's a need to decompress, to unplug. You can still listen to the music, you can still do all this stuff, but you have to have downtime where you're just doing none of that, because you need to feel, what do I feel like? What's my essence? What's my essence when I'm not around these people, when I'm not watching these types of shows, because all that's coming into your field, when I'm not dressing like this and having this personality and projecting this image, when I'm not talking like this, when I'm like, who are you? And a lot of people have really lost sight of that. And sometimes you're just doing you, but you don't realize that you never really had a chance to know who you are, because you just continued on with the identity that was given unto you by your family. You were this person in the family. This is the role you played. And since then, you've just continued on that pathway. This is your time to know who you are. So in our ship, in our spacecraft, whatever you want to call it, in our craft, because we're in a craft, just take your shoes off. Take your shoes off, relax. Everything's first class, so you've got an ample enough room. We're not flying economy in this, right? If some of you need a little pod for yourself in the craft, go for it, right? But this is the time to slow down, to get to know who you are. So decompress, get back to you. Oh, I love that song. Back to you. Remember that song? It always comes around back to you. But when I hear that, it just makes me think of other. But, because he's talking about someone else, it comes back to you, but it also comes back to you. So at the end of the day, as I said that, it was 44 minutes, 11 seconds. At the end of the day, guys, it's your journey. And you've just, for whatever reason, chosen to watch this video and to hang in there this long. Thanks, guys. Really? How many of you are still there? Just kidding. am I still here? Right? For whatever reason, you've chosen to stay, listening. And so you must know that there's something in here that resonates with you, because there's so many things you could be doing other than looking at this video. But that something in here is calling you to unite with yourself. Pick up the pieces. Coagulate. Integrate. Get into coherence. And why? Because we are about to do the impossible. I love that. The guides are so magician-like, I swear. The impossible. And they're just showing us bending ourselves molecularly and squeezing in, and then whoosh, through we go. Okay? So listen, I don't know about you guys, but if the guide said have hot chocolate, okay. Well, they don't have to tell me that. I'm going to do it anyway, right? Oh, they did say I didn't make this video yesterday. I'm so sorry, you guys. My bad, guys. I was busy. I love you. But I can make a case for the fact that maybe I was supposed to make it today, because boom, these cards just came right in time for this video. So God is good. God bless you guys. If you would like to have a personal reading with me or have energy work done with me, avec moi, go ahead, reach out. All my info is on Etsy, God bless. You know where to find me. I'm not hiding. What else? And until then, please do get back to you. You are great, okay? You're great. Yeah. Bye. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.